Welcome to Mishna study, Masechet Maasrot, Perek Bet Mishnah Chet. This is the last Mishnah of the Perek. We're going to speak about an employee who wants to eat some better food. So let's say he was working with a cheaper species of figs, and he wants to eat a better one. Is he allowed to go ahead and say, you know what, the Torah prescribed me, a law that I'm allowed to go ahead and eat while I'm working in the field. You know what? I want to eat something else, not something that I'm working on over here. I'd rather eat better figs later on. Is he allowed to go ahead and do so? So we'll see this Mishnah is going to discuss. Someone was working with levasim. This was a species of more of a lousier type of fig. He can't go ahead and eat benot sheva. Benot sheva are white, really good figs. It's a type of species of figs, and the employee wants to go ahead and eat this. No, he's not allowed to do so. Also, vice versa. If he's working with binot sheva, which is a better fig, better type of species of fig, he's not allowed to go ahead and eat from the levasim, which is worse. But what is he allowed to do? He's allowed to say, okay, I'm working now in the morning in this area, once it's the same species of figs that I'm going to be working out throughout the day. I'm working with binot sheva the whole day. But I know in the afternoon, they're much better. It's the same species of figs, but it's a much, maybe it's more ripe or it's sweeter because it's from this part of the field. So he's to say, you know what, I'm not going to hold myself off over breakfast. I'm going to eat a little bit more at lunch. He's allowed to do so. That he's could do. Now, someone who trades with his friend, you could have this is what I was going to eat, this is what you're going to eat, let's swap. This is what I was going to dehydrate these figs, and this is what he was going to, let's swap this. This one was what he set aside to eat, what this person set aside to dry out. Hayav, all these are considered a transaction. And a transaction now forces something to be obligated in Maasrot. Now it's Hayav in Maasrot. Rabbi Yehuda argues and says, Hayav. If a person trades to eat, that's going to be Hayav. But if he's only doing so in order to dry it out, okay, these are figs that I'm going to finish the process with afterwards and dehydrate them, that he's patur from. Why? Rabbi Yehuda holds that it's something that's still not in its final stage. It's davar shelo nigmara melachto, right? It's not finished processing, and therefore, if it's something that's not fully processed, if you trade that, if you barter that, that's going to still be patur. That doesn't force something to be obligated in maaser. And halacha is like Rabbi Yehuda, right? We mentioned halacha is like him earlier in this perek also, and for the similar reason, halacha is like him here as well.